Alright, you guys, we got a little 9.9 Mercury that I'm going to do a compression test on and see what my numbers are. And that's going to go up for sale, so just kind of got a little set up. Alright, I'm going to do a little narrating here. Just wanted to give a little backstory on this motor. I had this good friend of mine, he brought it over and he bought a boat. It's kind of like a Lund boat, and runabout, and it had a big motor on it, like a Mercury. I want to say it was like a 175 or 200. And then he had this little kicker motor, and so he brought it down to Tennessee, and he really just wanted the big motor. He wanted to get this 9.9 off. So he had his different reasons for doing that, but so I have it. I get it. Well, he's taken the remote and then cabling, and it's got a wiring harness, and it's got a boat tank and all this good stuff, motor, and so it's basically ready to put on another boat. So we're gonna sell it. He asked me to take some video of it and get it sold, put it up for sale. So doing just a basic service, just check everything out. So like I did a compression test, and it was a little above 90 on both cylinders, but I think my pressure test kit is a little low. So, which is fine for this motor because I started it up and ran it, and this thing runs really good. It was a little slow starting so I got some carb clean out and, check for fire, and I have fire, and put some in the cylinder head, and it kind of tried to take off and died immediately. So, but it kind of helped it, primed it. Then I sprayed some in the carburetor and fired up, and they would start and run, and it really ran really well. But the short of it is it wouldn't shift. So unfortunately, I took the lower unit off, and which is a pain because you got to take the starter out, and really to get the starter out of there, you kind of, anyway, it's not an easy motor to work on. There's a lot of plastic on it, and which some of the newer ones now are. So anyway, I take it out. I get it out. I ended up taking the carburetor out. I had to take everything basically off of this deal. You got to take the top. It has a pull start rope as well as electric start. So I had to pull that out, all that stuff. And it was, what eventually happened is the lower unit is fine, but then the shifting mechanism up top was not, and it was bound up. Couldn't see anything obstructing it. So what I did was I just, I took it all apart. There's to get the shift shaft, you got to take this little pin and you lift it up, you push it up, and then it comes out, and that, allows the lower unit then to drop out of it. But to get to all that linkage, I pretty much had to take everything off of this thing. And you got to be real delicate because it's all friggin' plastic. So anyway, I take all that stuff off, take it apart. I really can't tell why it did what it did. And then I thought about it. I was like, I don't know because he brought the throttle and shift cables were off of the boat, or off of the engine, I'm sorry. And so then I I'm thinking, well, okay. So anyway, I put the cables back on. One of the cables, the throttle cable, had a broken barrel. So, but it was the barrel that was inside the remote. So I kind of put it back together, and maybe that bound it up, I thought. Then I took all that back off, and I'm like, this thing is just locked up. Why? So I don't. The short of it is, I don't know if it's something I did or if it came to me like this. I really don't know. So all I can say is these things are not easy to work on. They're kind of a pain. If it would have been shipped and fine, it would have been something that we just put up for sale right away, and then we would be good. So, but unfortunately, I had to spend some time on it, and I'm putting it all back together this morning, like the shroud and stuff. I got everything on there, but I guess the good thing is I did take the filter off, and it had uh, it had some debris in it. Look, looked like an old rubber line. So I'm hoping that, well, it wasn't that bad. We got this little 9-foot line. I'm gonna put a little thing of the gas just to know what kind of gas it's got. Let's see if we can get it to fire off. Let's check our plugs real quick. Yeah, I'm not getting. Well, it says 47 ohms. But I'm not getting continuity. Okay. See if it'll fire off. A little carb clean. So we got a carb issue, I guess. Clogged jet, maybe. Thermostat's not opened up yet. I did fire up my compressor because I want to maybe blow that line out. Alright, there it goes. It is peeing. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's a little look at it. Alright, here's where I discover that the shift cable is not working. The shift is not working.